Ibi lẹ jókòó sí ni. Kí lẹ ń ṣe? Tí mo rò pé ẹ ti máa ṣe fídíò láti cover up ìyàwó yín. Wọ́n ní Tandy mi ò mọ̀ ọjọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n Tandy tó mọ̀ ọjọ́ wo bó ti bọ́.
2025 movie is a reflection of how jealousy can ruin one, how self-esteem and being all up in your head for too long, for too much can ruin one. That is the baseline for this movie. Our Excellency 2025 movie starts off as a slow burn. It needs a personal interest for you to be able to continue watching this movie, because later when the whole story starts to unfold, you start to enjoy it. Part of this movie is about a governor, Kola from Salem State, whose wife Yemi was toxic, abusive. You know, she was all up in her head a lot of time. She was so concerned, so scared of her husband cheating on her. Funny how this was started when they were like so new in the marriage, and now they're like so elderly, they have grown-up kids, but she's still very concerned about her husband having to, you know, cheat on her. She always said this thing that, I know I'm wicked, I just need someone to tell me that I'm wicked for you to be able to see what I would do. So she, you know, she was all up in her head a lot of times, and it's kind of tried to affect his administration as it goes. For Moyeni's character, this was played by Sola Sobowale. I always liked Kola turning to mantle. Anyhow, I love how she embodied this role, because this character, I hated this character so much. I was so pissed at this character. I loved the range, how angry, how arrogant, you know, how that she was, how chaotic, toxic this character felt so much that watching this movie, a lot of times they're like, babe, why are you doing this? You know, she was so uncontrollable, so I really enjoyed how she portrayed it. There's a scene in this movie where she came into her husband's office when he had a guest, and you know, she started threatening him, saying things. He had so much guests, started insulting him. So you could tell that this character was so annoying, because while watching this one, I was like, what is the need for all of this? She's just basically looking for a job where there's no job. But I really love how she carried the role. Kala's character was played by Yemi first. I would say I love how calm he was. To clearly tell that I just wanted a peaceful administration, but he had a very chaotic wife, that they had different goals, but it was so calm. He carried this character with so much calmness, which I really admire. Like, I was so surprised that his wife was quite opposite of him. There was a scene of him when she came to beg him, you know, that she was sorry for all of what she had done. They started telling him that, okay, you know what, you should call up the press to tell them all the things she had done that is a lie. And it was like, yes, that is true, that she was the one that caused that. You know that for him, you know, cheating was not even his thing, but she just didn't really understand that husband. I felt like that character had like an esteem issue. That's like for Moyeni's character, she had like a self-esteem issue that she was still trying to figure out. Guys, Wi's character, this was played by Femi Adebayo. Funny how with the introduction of that character, I felt like he was proud, but later seeing him in his work duty, was the CSO, Chief Security Officer. He was so humble, because I love how he carried that role with humility, you know, action. He was ready and active. There was that scene where after he had been caught and he started, you know, narrating to them that this was the Excellency that made him do all of these things. How he kept on seeing it, he was shouting, the next the governor was like, shut up. That scene was so hilarious to me. I think that was the scene that made me laugh so hard while watching this movie. Nick, played by Bimbo Ademoye, she kind of felt off in this movie. Like, they didn't really show her a lot. She was not like the major character. She was more like the major character, but sometimes we didn't really see her. But character felt like she was trying to, you know, I don't know, I just didn't really feel so connected to her in this movie. So for the governor's decoration of the governor's house, you know, it felt on point. It was quite relatable. I think one of the problems I had with this movie was the coloring, the effects of this movie. It was, the coloring was too sharp, bright. You could, you know, barely tell like when it's dated back, you know, you predict if this is it. Like, I know it's a 2025 movie, yeah. You predict the year the movie, like, you know, the year they were in the movie. So the coloring, the background sound was really nice. They did. Guys, quite a good movie. Guys, quite a calm movie. I recommend you to see Excellency if you haven't seen it. Currently streaming on. You can download it on Movie Box, and you know, let me know what you think about it. And please don't forget to watch my videos. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.